Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. So in the last video we didn't do a whole heck of a lot of much importance. Kind of wandered around, picked up some new quests, turned in a few side quests. We talked to a family and evicted them from their home so that a rich man could sell it. Excuse me. That sort of thing. And then there's a new quest here that we can get from Sir Maximilian.
It will be the choice is yours.
Hear the Duke's directive, and I was hesitant to pick this up, and I have remembered why. I'm pretty sure that this mission here, so after we do 2 of the 4 that he's assigned us, which we have done, we get this new quest here, Hear the Duke's directive, and if we pick it up, I believe it's kind of a point of no return. It cuts off a bunch of these other quests so that we can no longer complete them. Including a handful of side quests like finding Salamet's grimoire, and that is an extended quest. There's a lot more to it than just the little go find the book and return it. And a lot of those sorts of things are cut off, including also the hunt for salvation and all those other things. So I'm going to focus a bit more on doing some of these actual story missions here. So the next one I want to do is the Fortress Besieged. So this is the Goblin ambush. The Goblins, or invasion, I guess is probably a better word. The Goblins have invaded... No, can we... Hang on, there we go, map. Goblins have invaded and taken over a fortress, and we need to go reclaim that fortress because it's important. And the location is here, which we don't really have on our map yet. Yeah, so actually I think the way to get there... I'm going to port Crystal back down to Casardis, and we're going to run along this way back towards, there's Bloodwater Beach. That's where we did our 1 escort quest that we've done previously. I might actually swing by Bloodwater Beach later to pick up some more fish, because we do need some more giant fish for another side quest. But then we need to go north in this area, so probably like along this way, and then like up through the forest here, and kind of in this general direction. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to shoot for this time. I also very, very quickly ran back to the innkeeper here in Grand Soren before starting the video, and I purchased a couple new skills for my main character. They were not anything new, they're just upgrades. So my Scarlet Kisses... oh man, my throat is very dry today. My Scarlet Kisses skill, where I do lots of quick little dagger stabs, has been upgraded to like 1,000 kisses, I believe it's called. Or 100 kisses. There we go. That makes a bit more sense. And now in my my 3-round burst skill, where I shoot 3 arrows really quickly, has been replaced with a 5-round burst. So I now shoot 5 arrows instead of only 3, which is good because that's one of my main damage dealing skills that I've been using a lot in this game. And I believe that's the only change that I made. Awesome, here's another one of those little side quests for just kind of a random encounter. Kill a bunch of goblins.
What's that?
I shall take on the strong.
They grow frenzied! Now, end it!
Let's have its armor and shield off!
Let's see. As always, goblins, very, very easy. A few of these guys have armor, so they're just a bit irritating to actually finish off. Okay. Awesome. Very, very easy battle. Good bit of gold. It looks like we got like some rift crystals or something as well. So that's good. Oh yes, Lucy's back to being able to heal. I don't know. I tweaked her armor slightly. She has a better cape. Better because I could upgrade it. I think that's the only real change. She's back to being a mage though, so that she can actually cast healing spells and whatnot. We're close. If I check the status screen here real quick, I only have 2 more ranks to reach with my Strider vocation, and Lucy has 1 more to reach with her mage vocation. So I'd like to get those just so we have all of the skills available for these 2 classes. Going to be very, very useful. I'm more interested in the augments than anything else. The augments that you reach when you're at the the highest rank of your vocation, typically very, very good. If I recall correctly, I believe it's for like the warrior class, the fighter class. It's like extra strength, just like a base percentage increase to your strength. Mages, I believe, are the same thing for magic, mages and sorcerers. So very good, because those would give a very dramatic increase to offense power, the offensive capabilities of the classes. And I feel like an idiot because I think I ran past... Okay, no, I haven't run past it yet. This is it. Phew! I was worried that I had missed the turnoff.
Care to find out where this path leads? A cave extends beyond.
We also need to kill some snakes. I might hop back in there and kill some snakes in a side quest video. Another one. Alright, so this path, we did this in this trek in one of my side quest videos, as I mentioned before. We did a escort quest. We were tasked with escorting some other character to a beach. And that's why I have it on my map, and that's why I could show that off.
Watch your back. Just wait.
I'm going to be probably talking about this area again, because if you skip the side quest videos, then none of this is going to be familiar to you. So, wolves, first enemy here, not super bad. Last time we made this trek, we actually just encountered a whole bunch of wolves all over the place. Usually there's bandits up at the top of this little hill, this path that we're going to follow here.
Tis a land rife with spoils.
Ooh, potent green marsh. That's exciting.
Don't allow them to surround you.
Awesome. Some more wolf pelts, fangs, some grapes, all manner of good, healthful items to have here. So yeah, we keep running up this way. There's going to be some... Yep, there they are. There's some boulders up there. Those boulders will start rolling down towards us. It's a little bit of a trap here. Not a big deal, though. They're very easy to dodge. You just turn around and run back this other direction. A little ways. Yep, and they break right there. So not bad. No, usually... And I don't know if it's a difference between darker... Oh, there we go. Okay, I was going to say, last time I was here, there were not any of these bandits, but now... oh, and that was a horrible shot, you stupid archer. Now there are bandits here, and there usually are bandits here. A lot of them.
So many twists. It's hard to see what lies ahead.
Bloody hell!
Armed rogues.
Bloody hell!
Love to be able to finish that guy off with an arrow. Oh.
They strike.
Cool. My two new melee-focused minions are doing a fair bit of work on my behalf. That's good. Good to see them kind of earning their keep here. So yeah, there's going to be a whole ton of bandits here. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, you've probably heard me say it before, and I'm going to keep saying it. That cutting wind attack, that dashing attack with my daggers that I keep using, is just one of my favorite attacks in the game. I absolutely love the mobility and how you can catch up to enemies, especially because I spend a lot of my time in this game very heavily encumbered because I'm a bit of a pack rat. So being able to sprint forward and catch up with enemies is very, very helpful. And I'm running low on stamina, so I'm going to actually consume probably a scrag of beast. I'm going to eat that beast steak as well, and then I'm going to shuffle around a few items because I have a lot of stuff here that I don't need to be holding on to. A lot of stuff that I've been meaning to sell, and then I keep forgetting to. But we have two new pawns, so they can hold a bunch of extra junk here. Empty flasks. Don't care. But then I've got like a bunch of ore and whatnot that we can push over to them. Okay, and I think I'm good for now. I'm probably going to want to dole out some curatives like the green warish and whatnot in a bit as well. That's okay for now. Oh, come on. There we go. And these archers here are a bit annoying. Let's see what we can do about them.
Splendid woodland, and so rich in resources. Strength in numbers arisen.
Alright. Yeah, there's just gonna be a whole ton of these bandits here. Actually, I think this might be the last group, or second to last group, that we actually need to fight. That's kind of between us and our destination. Oh, he moved. Alright, all in all, not too bad. Also need to... Whoops, wrong button. Need to equip my lantern, because it's getting a bit dark. Oh, you're not dead. There we go.
They attack in quick succession.
You're going to see me using that Skull Splitter attack every time I can get away with it and use it successfully. And lots of times when I can't actually use it successfully. But I'm going to focus on using that attack a lot because I have an Augment equipped right now. Just because I don't have that many in the way of Augments, and it was relatively cheap. That boosts the damage of any jumping attack. So any attack that involves me being in the air, like that, will be boosted. And also, Skull Splitter gets stronger the higher in the air I am when I use it. Anyway, so that attack is actually going to do a significant amount of damage, and it can get off lots of hits sometimes. I just have horrible aim with it.
That looks promising.
But it is actually a pretty useful skill.
Keep well clear of those fangs.
Alright. So we're just headed this... Oh. Alright, well, I'll pick up some plants.
It hates fire! What's that?
Yeah, wolves are weak to fire. These are just regular boring wolves, too. Not even dire wolves or anything slightly challenging. I'm going to pick a bunch of these plants here. Curatives are always good to have. Potent Green Warish is going to be very handy as we level up more and more, and normal Green Warish doesn't really cure us as much.
Fireworks, well.
Get a bunch more wolf pelts. I'm just kind of dealing with the wolves because they're irritating and they will follow us and chase after us if I leave them alive. Alright, so this area, let's see. I think... Yeah, I'm not planning on going back to town, so I don't think I'm going to go to Bloodwater Beach and get fish yet, because I really don't want to get a bunch of giant fish and then have them turn rotten while we're working on this other quest. Here's a bunch of Saurians. This is, I believe, the first place where I fought them in the side quest video. See, like I said, that Helm Splitter attack is very tough, very powerful. There we go. Saurian's very easy to deal with. Oh, excuse me. I gotta get something to drink here again. I am gonna try to avoid some of the goblin fights if I can, because they're just... all these fights are just so simple and tedious. But I am a bit worried, because I think if I go too far off here into the forest, too far over to the right here, we might run into, like, chimeras and whatnot. Oh, hobgoblins. That's unfortunate. If I do get into fights with goblins like this, I do actually want to finish them off, because if they use the horns, they can summon reinforcements, and then I can just have a whole heck of a lot of goblins chasing after me or throwing things at me, and that would just be a bit of a nuisance.
Even in numbers,
All right. Nope. There we go.
There's no way we could have lost to that.
We have triumphed.
All right. Making progress here. Let's push forward. I will let Lucy heal me.
Different climb from the
Or
capital.
not.
Perhaps it bears novel fruit.
Okay. She's heavily encumbered, so she's going to be very slow. I'll let her heal me. Come on.
I shall restore your health.
There we go. And now we should all have full health.
Trouble may lie in wait here. Best be ready for anything.
So there's torches you can see off in the distance. Those are going to be goblins, I'm pretty sure. Also, what do we have here? Abandoned house of some sort? Heh, more goblins. Let's go check this building out. I don't know that there's going to be anything interesting here, but... Alright, that was swift.
I'll take that. We'll rout them in a single charge.
If I may say so
Oh,
myself.
somebody hit me with something up there, like a rock or something. There's a treasure chest, that's good. Silencer arrows, not bad.
I heal your wounds.
I don't know that I've talked about the status effect arrows, like the silencing arrows and the oiled arrows and those sorts of things much. Normally, as an archer here, I have infinite arrows, no limit to the amount of arrows I can fire off, no, don't have to worry about ammunition or anything like that. But I can equip these other special arrows, like the silencer arrows and some explosive arrows and things like that. And those are restricted by ammunition. So if I have, most likely from that, I would have gotten, 10 silencer arrows. I could actually equip these and use them, and my next 10 shots, the next 10 arrows I fire, so, using my 5-fold burst twice, that would be all my arrows. But, they would inflict, or they would have a good chance to inflict whatever status effect it is that I'm firing.
Monsters that harry
So
us.
silencer arrows would be good to use against a lot of magical enemies, mages and wizards and those sorts of things, because they could potentially silence those enemies and prevent them from casting their spells. I don't really rely on them too much. I think I can give them to my party members, though, and they will use them as well, if I had, like, an archer party member. There's a boulder there that's going to roll down on us, yeah. Let's get out of the way and let that roll. And it killed the hobgoblin. That's fantastic. Oh, little rocks. Rather not get hit by those as well. Yeah, and it didn't kill my pawns, so that's good. I believe this is the right way to go. At this point, I'm just kind of generally following the red circle on my mini-map in the bottom left-hand corner there. I don't exactly remember where we're going.
I shall restore your health. Hold on.
Devil Fire Grove. That's a heck of a name for a foresty area here.
I don't see trees like this elsewhere.
I believe we're getting fairly close. Oh, there's traps. Oh, my idiot pawn ran right through it. They typically will like make a noise and alert enemies to your presence. They're good to try to avoid if you can.
A hobgoblin arisen. Beware.
Some of them can actually like cause damage. Oh boy, that's a dragon. Well, definitely do not want to be here right now. Yep, we're not going to fight that dragon. We are just going to run past it and get out of here. Now we know why this is called Devil Fire Grove. And it looks like we're close. We're very, very close. And I need to recover my stamina again. Let's see, I should have... We'll eat that, and I should have a bunch of mushrooms still. Yeah. Yeah. And good, thank you, quest failed. That's the slay your enemies dragon hunting quest. That dragon was kind of like a random encounter, as I've been calling them. Meaning that it actually gave us like a mini little quest there. We would have gotten like some rift crystals and some money and extra experience for killing that dragon. I don't really feel up to the task of fighting a dragon right now. Don't think I can handle it necessarily. Maybe it would be a heck of a fight though. Just, yeah, not ready to spend the resources on that. So here we are.
Built to ward against a goblin invasion.
This place is the Shadow Fort. We actually have a couple of escort quests to take people like someone like Mercedes to the Shadow Fort here. We haven't discovered it previously, but this is it. This would be the location for those escort quests. This is also the location for our drive off the goblin invasion quest, which is kind of story related-ish, although not strictly related to continue the plot and advance the plot. But yeah, we're gonna do it anyway. That's why we're here. And that person right there, that's the soldier, the captain, who we were supposed to report into.
Well met, sir. I take you for the Arisen. Sir Maximilian informed us of your coming. By your leave, I would ask you spearhead our force here. Our tactics are as such. We aim to strike from the front gate, but lack the time and means to batter down the doors. I ask that you pass through the hole you see there, and lay open the gate from within. I cannot say what may await you within. The danger is great, but I trust you will prevail.
Let's look for a way underground.
Yep, so there's a hole right here. We can sneak underground and sneak around to the inside, and we're going to open these main gates here so that the rest of the army can invade. So we're kind of the tactical guerrilla force being sent in to kind of clear the path to open the door for everybody else. Bat so far, not particularly threatening. And we're specifically routing the goblin invasion. Like, we know that that's what we're here for. We know that this fortress was built to fight off the goblins. Doesn't really seem to be doing its job in that case. Also, just completed some quest.
Combat need.
Defeat 10 hobgoblins. And that gave us a piece of equipment for completing the quest, which is going to be very heavy. Yeah, rusted daggers, I'm going to discard those. We picked those up just a minute ago. Teeth of gold, I'm going to give those to somebody who cannot equip them. Stephanie. Because if I give them to somebody who can equip it, they will equip it and then it'll be theirs permanently. One of the pawns.
This looks interesting.
Alright. So, yep, we're just going to be fighting off a lot of goblins and a lot of hobgoblins. There's a bunch of items here, lots of potions and things that actually will be useful for us at some point.
We must find a way to open the gate.
What's this? A device to open the gate must be nearby. Tis wiser to take the stairs. Get a view of the place from above.
Okay, so Stephanie the Pawn is telling me we should probably go up first. Seems like sound advice, so let's head up here and see what we got. Goblins. What a surprise.
Never to operate. Let's look around. Goblins feel like
Okay, so if you heard my pawns right there, and I know they are just constantly talking, it's kind of tough to pick out what's important and what's not. But there's a lever here. It looks like it's probably to raise the gate, but the lever, like, there are the mechanisms here, but the lever itself is missing. Yeah, so the lever has actually been removed. no big deal. That's a thing that we have encountered a whole heck of a lot so far in this game. It's a pretty common puzzle.
This must be here somewhere.
I think maybe I could jump that if I had lighter, a lighter movement speed. I'm not going to risk it. We're going to go back down. We're going to open the door that we saw down here. If I can find... Yeah, go all the way around. It was on the... right where I started. Okay, anyway. We're going to go back down here. We're going to open the door. Now we know where the mechanism is to raise the door. We can just go out in the middle there and fight off a bunch of creatures. There's also a ladder here, though, and this looks a bit more interesting. So we're going to go up here first and see what's on this side.
We can climb up to that ballista from here.
That is why I like that helm splitter attack, because that did many, many hits. Oops. Oh well. 100 kisses. Also good. And you can hear there's exploding. There's a ballista here, which will be useful. There's also ballista up. Oh, somebody threw something exploding at me. Oh, and I think that ballista might be about toast, which is unfortunate. All right. I'm heavily encumbered, so I'm going to probably shuffle around my inventory soon. Getting lots of these potions here. This is a dead end, so we cannot go down there. But there's enemy ballista, and that's what's shooting at us from over there. So I'm going to try to mount this and see if I can take out this other ballista. Probably going to take some hits. Yeah, and light myself on fire. Doesn't look like there's a ballista on that side, so that's unfortunate. Oh, Lucy's going to be shooting at the goblins. Oh no, she's shooting... Ah, crap. She's shooting at the cyclopses. There are cyclopses, cyclopes, down there. You know what, we're just going to go down here. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way and splat against the ground. I'm going to head over here. I'm going to see if... Okay, I am going to need to be a bit lighter for this. So let's do our classic inventory shuffle. At some point, I am going to get the augments that will restore some health and stamina. Restore some health and stamina. I'm going to get the augments that will help me with my inventory management. That's actually up next on my list of important things to do. Because this is a bit tedious and a bit irritating to always have to go and manage my inventory. Let's dole out some of this green warish here. Potent green warish, also going to be good. Let's give 3 of these out to each of my pawns. Just to make sure they can heal themselves and they're not relying on me for that sort of thing. These waterfall roots, these are also quite heavy, so I'm going to give a couple of these to everybody as well. Roots versus leaves. That's the weight difference. That's interesting. Fiend's Perch seems kind of rare, so I'm going to hold on to that for now. The Cleric's Draft, I'll give that to somebody just because you never know. Harp Spuds, Sauce, and Juice and whatnot, I do want to hang on to those. Yeah, and I'll give that to Lubu. I'll hang on to that for me. Okay. That should be good. We are late for now, or light for now. My weight is light. I am not expecting for it to stay that way. I'm not expecting for my weight to stay in the light category. Yeah, and there it went to average. But I'm okay with it staying in the average category. So this will allow me to stay like that. Now I'm going to go this way. Holy moly, there's a port crystal. That's fantastic. That'll make a lot of this much easier, getting to and from this location. Now I'd like to get my pawns in here with me. I'm going to avoid the Cyclops out there. And there, we just got the lever that we were looking for, so that's good. I'm going to avoid a lot of that until hopefully I can deal with those ballista. That would be ideal. I do believe that there's a way to get up there and to... Oh, didn't want to rock, wanted to open that. There we go. Scale coat. So we're getting lots of armor here.
Find an opening, then
Wormwood
strike.
sap would be nice to have. Picking up a lot of armor and a lot of items here, which is good. Do want this port crystal. It's going to be heavy as crap, but that's okay. And there is one more inventory thing that I'm going to do here. Now seems like a decent time. We've been picking up a lot of wormwood saps from the goblins here. I don't think I've discussed combining items. That is a thing that you can do in this game. So you can go to your items, you can go to like my green warish here, and you can combine, and it shows you a list of what items you have seen or encountered throughout the game. So like there's a question mark. So there's something here, I've never picked it up, don't know what it is. I can combine my green warish with that, but I can also combine it with these other items, and these I can see. So, and I've actually done these recipes before, so you can see what it knows what I'll create. So if I combine this with some wormwood sap, it will create some desiccated herbs. Desiccated herbs are just a curative that restores more health than just plain green warish. And the wormwood sap is just a common drop from the goblins. They're dropping them all the time. So might as well create a bunch of this because it is a better curative. And if I combine green warish with some pollen, which disappeared there, but Lucy can go ahead and combine hers. Oops. Combine. If you combine it with the sweet pollen, it will turn it from green warish to potent green warish. So that's a nice little increase there. And then we can also combine it with cloud wine to make more desiccated herbs. And so on. You can combine lots of different items. You can combine like poisonous items, like poisonous mushrooms or flasks of poison, those sorts of things, with like branches to make poison arrows, or you can do poison flasks if you put the poison in an empty flask. Sort of things, you know, they all make sense. Lots of different things that you can do here. Let's see, if I go back to myself, I can combine nuts with harspud, sauces and juices and milks and things like that. And this will create actually a pretty interesting item, balmy perfume. It will restore health to the entire party, so similar to the flasks of spring water that we've been picking up. Very, very useful, very good. I'm just going to move around the port crystal because that's very, 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 very heavy. And I'm not going to place it just yet. The lever, I think I need to be holding that in order to use it. But the scale coat, I'm not going to be equipping, so I'll pass that off to Lucy. Ogre Bone. Interesting. Lens balance so that enemy attacks are less likely to stun the wearer. That's actually really helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and equip that Ogre Bone ring for myself. And then I can give this earring to Lucy. That'll be handy, so hopefully it'll prevent me from getting staggered as much when I get hit by enemy attacks. So things are a little bit calm right here, where we're at right now. So before we head on, I'm going to end the video, and we will continue exploring the Shadow Fort and driving off the Goblin invasion in the next video. Thank you for joining me, everybody, and I hope to see you next time.